In this video, I'm going to be telling you the exact things that I would tell my younger self if I was starting self-improvement all over again as a teenager. Now, the first thing that I have to tell you is to get fit and start building your aesthetic body. You can start this by signing up for a gym membership, working out at your school gym if your school has a gym, or also you could do calisthenics. You could do this at home or work out outside in a calisthenics park. If you're skinny like me, you have to start eating more. And if you want to find out how, you can watch my bulking guide, which I'm going to put right here. Make sure that you're getting plenty of protein in your diet so you can start building muscle. Chances are you don't get enough protein in your diet to start building muscle consistently, so make sure you're addressing that. You can make this process easier by joining your friends who are already working out. And if none of them are, you can be the leader of the group and encourage them to join you, so you guys can all work on this goal together. The next major part of self-improvement as a teenager is getting social. The title sounds kind of off, but the point of the book is that it teaches you that when you're genuine, when you speak to people and listen to what they have to say, people will naturally gravitate towards you and like you more as a person. You become more social as a result of this. The next way that you can improve your social skills is by talking to one random person per day. Now, this sounds very scary and difficult, and it is when you first start. But building up the courage to speak to one random person a day, whether you're just saying hi or starting a full-on conversation, does a lot for your social development. It is the best way that you can combat feelings of social anxiety, and I'm telling you, the fulfillment you get from just talking to someone and being the initiator of a conversation, it makes you feel so great inside. Even if it's a girl rejecting you, it's a great feeling that you stepped up and had the courage. And the best part is, it's just like exercise. At first, when you start, it's gonna be very hard, but it gets a lot easier and you get a lot more confident as you do it. And by following that previous step of talking to one random person a day, if you combine this with being positive and genuine when you speak to people, that combination of confidence plus positivity equals charisma. And charisma is an incredibly powerful social tool to have. Once you feel that you have charisma in a social situation, you're gonna realize that you are missing out on the great parts of social interactions with other people. And it also feels great. The third part of developing your self-improvement as a teenager is getting your appearance right. Taking care of your personal hygiene is very important. And I have an easy routine that you can follow. Shower daily, and no, it is not gay to wash your ass. Isn't it crazy that most guys would rather stink and smell bad when they walk? Like, you ever smelled someone as they walk past and they just smelled awful? That's one of those guys who doesn't wash their ass. I hope you're not one of them, bro. Grow up and clean yourself up, man. The next part of this routine is just put on deodorant after you shower and before you leave the house. Brush your teeth twice a day, morning and night. This is super easy. Even if you feel super lazy, the act of just going to the bathroom, brushing your teeth for 30 seconds. I'm not saying you have to do a full dental procedure while you're there. 30 seconds. And that'll translate into, as you continue doing it, you're gonna start doing it for a couple minutes a day. And this is a very important part of your hygiene. Make sure that when you're brushing your teeth, you also brush your tongue. Because if you don't brush your tongue, your breath is gonna stink. Nobody wants to talk to someone with a stinky breath. And I hope that's not you. To build up on top of those hygiene habits, get a decent cologne too. A super cheap cologne, and actually the first cologne that I bought for myself, is Nautica Voyage. This is a really fresh scent that's super cheap and nobody's gonna dislike. But if you wanna go for something that's a little more expensive but is worth the price and people are gonna like, I would say go for Versace Eros. You can find both of these things on Amazon. I'm not being paid to promote these are just the ones that I recommend putting you guys on. The next part of your appearance is just having better style. I know that most teenagers have basically no style. You just wear probably a hoodie and some sweatpants and your sneakers every day, all the time. The easiest way to find a style is just to copy someone else. And I know it sounds wrong to copy someone else, but literally just copy a popular influencer, see how they dress. And the simplest style that you can copy is have a plain colored shirt that shows off your arms, as well as some pants that are tapered down your leg and aren't too baggy. And the best way to top off your appearance is to get haircuts once or twice a month, depending on your hair, and find a hairstyle that fits you. Having your hair get overgrown and all greasy is not a good look. You need to work on that. Last, and what I would say is the most important part of developing your self-improvement as a teenager, is developing your mental health. Throughout the past few decades, teenagers' mental health has been going down the drain. And I experienced this firsthand. Throughout high school, my mental health was horrible. I could never stay focused. I was always absent-minded. I didn't really pay attention, and I was angry most of the time. This is no way for anyone to live. And if it sounds like you, these steps that I followed could probably help you out a little. Improve your mindfulness by meditating. Now, I'm not saying you have to do some crazy Zen yoga meditation poses. All meditating really is you close your eyes and focus on your breathing. You can try this by just putting a timer on your phone for a few minutes. Try to get to a quiet environment if possible, maybe turn off the lights or something, and simply close your eyes and focus on your breathing. If your mind starts to wander and stuff, that's okay. Just when you notice that your mind wanders, focus back on your breathing. Try to have all your focus on every single molecule that's going in and out of your nose. And that's pretty much meditation. Another form of meditation that I practice, I don't know if you could really call this meditation, but I go on a daily walk every morning. And that sounds kind of simple and maybe even kind of stupid. But I noticed that when I go on a daily walk through my local park, and I really just focus on, the wildlife, trees, the birds that are flying around, it's a very peaceful setting to be in. Even though I live in the city, just focusing on nature instead of the anxieties and distractions that we run into every day helps with your mental health. And it greatly helped me. And the last bit of mental health improvement that you can do is journaling. Journaling just means that you grab something to write on and you write down what you're feeling at the moment. This is a very, very simple task, and all you have to do is write down whatever's bothering you, whatever you're thinking about, something you're excited for. And you can also implement gratitude journaling on top of this, where you write down the things that you're genuinely grateful for. And don't BS about your gratitude journaling like, oh, I'm grateful for this water and the sky. Think about it for a few seconds. What am I genuinely grateful for having? I could write down that I'm genuinely grateful for having this book, A 4-Hour Work Week, because it's taught me things that people haven't told me before in my entire life. And I'm very grateful for that. And I don't really know if I'd be making these YouTube videos if I hadn't picked up that book. Building up your mental health essentially makes all the other steps that I talked about, whether it's appearance, whether it's fitness, whether it's your social skills. When you build up your mental health, it makes all of those other things easier. So do not ignore it. It's probably the most important part of self-improvement, especially when you're a teenager. I hope you guys are able to get something out of this and you follow these steps in order to get onto self-improvement. Because to be honest, most guys around you are not even doing one of these things, let alone all 4 of fitness, social skills, and your appearance and your mental health. Doing at least 1 or 2 of these things is going to set you apart from the crowd. But doing all of them, that's just broken. Self-improvement, I'm telling you, it is OP, man. You have to be on self-improvement if you want to be living a lifestyle that's fulfilling and that you enjoy. I've been taking self-improvement seriously for about 6 months, and I'm the happiest I've been in my entire life. I'm also on the road to building my dream body, and I'm honest when I say I'm never going back. I hope you learned something from this. And remember, winners win, losers lose. Go be a winner today.